Welcome to the Health Coach Nation podcast. My name is Hailey Rowe. I'm a sales and marketing coach and strategist for health coaches, life coaches, and wellness professionals who want to become a leader in their field by building their online community, rocking their sales process, and finally feeling confident about how they promote themselves and their marketing. On this show, we talk about tips to grow your business, save yourself time, and finally be able to create a sustainable, profitable business. Let's get into it. Today's podcast is brought to you by the Zero to Hero Coach Program. This is my 4-month program teaching coaches and online service providers how to grow your online business, book clients consistently, overcome your sales fears, and finally rock your social media visibility. If you struggle to create a sustainable coaching business, this program is for you. Check out HaileyRowe.com and book your free strategy call with my team or myself today. Thank you. We're going to do a quick power session with Minnie, the manifesting coach. And we're going to be talking today about overwhelm. We're going to be talking today about some of those mindset blocks that hold you back. And she is going to share her best tips. She works with entrepreneurs as well. And if you are here watching, go ahead and wave, give us some hearts. We'd love to hear from you. If you have any mindset blocks holding you back right now or something holding you back in your business, feel free to put it in the comments and maybe we'll be able to cover it. And I want to let you know, if you are on my VIP email list, you have been getting my updates about the Zero to Hero Coach Inner Circle, which is super exciting. It is open for enrollment right now. It's my signature program teaching you how to book clients online, how to get more discovery calls with the right people, how to convert your sales, how to overcome some of the mindset blocks, how to not get overwhelmed. So we're giving you a plan, and it's customizable. It's one of the most intimate small group coaching programs I know of. So I'm super excited to be bringing it back for summer, spring sessions. So Minnie is here. She's going to join us and we'll get started. In a sentence or two, share what you do. And then I'd love to just ask you, what's the biggest reason why you see entrepreneurs getting overwhelmed when it comes to just the way they're thinking about things in their business?
Yeah, so what I do is I am a manifestation coach and I work with entrepreneurs who are mostly online coaches and are looking to create a freedom lifestyle. So we want time freedom, financial freedom, and really importantly, emotional freedom as well, because sometimes we get it down that path where the business is going well, but we're just so overwhelmed, as you said, so stressed out, and we're not actually enjoying it. So that's the work that I do. And what is the main thing that I see causing overwhelm for people? I would definitely say that is having our attention focused in the future. So I do a lot of work about coming back into the present, and there's lots of different quick tips and techniques within mindfulness that can be really useful for that, because in the present moment there's really no overwhelm. If we're safe, we're here, you can feel your feet on the ground, it's okay. But when we start to think about all of our to-do lists, all of our goals for the future, what we could have done in the past, and our energy just kind of starts to split in too many directions, we just kind of got to come back to the present moment where we are right now and check in with ourselves right now.
Love it. Yeah. And I think that when it comes to overwhelm, something that gets you out of overwhelm is just simply saying, how do I want to be and what do I want to do in the next 15 minutes, rather than thinking about 10 years down the road or, the past or the future, like you said, getting too focused too ahead of yourself. I think that that's a really good way to kind of get yourself focused. And even though the next 15 minutes isn't the present, it's at least taking it back a little bit.
Yes, it's a smaller chunk.
Yes. And so when it comes to creating freedom in your business with your time and, the way that you're doing things, I think overwhelm's the opposite of freedom. And so is having just kind of mindset things going on in your head, clutter in your head that's holding you back from giving your all in the present moment. So what would you say to somebody who maybe is like, all right, well, you're telling me to focus on the present, and I want to, feel like my business is moving forward, but maybe I'm not seeing the results as quickly as I'd like, or I'm getting impatient, and they are focusing on what they don't have. How do you help your clients to stay consistent and stay focused without getting defeated or things like that?
Yeah, that's such a great question. And I think it's definitely something that pretty much anyone who's going to start a business is going to come up against at some point in time. So there's a few ways to go with that. And I think something which I like to focus on a lot is refining your purpose and your why. And it's like, why are you doing any of this? Why do you want to show up each day? Because we always have a choice, and sometimes we kind of feel like it gets into this routine, even with our businesses, where it's like a job, and it's like, oh well, I've got to show up today, I've got to post on Instagram, I've got to do all these things. And it's like, well, no, you don't. You can quit your business if you want, and then the overwhelm will go away. But is that really going to fulfill you? Is that going to make you happy? Or are you here because you want to share your message, you want to do something that you enjoy, and you believe in your potential to build that into what you want it to be? So just getting really clear on why you're doing it, and just clarity is a really big thing for me. When I start working with clients, we do a lot of work on refining all the steps of the vision, the big vision, the small goals, and all of those sorts of things. So just get a really clear picture of what's going on right now. Do you need to get some more help? Do you need to come to someone like yourself and get some more business strategy? Do you need to come to someone like me and sort through the mental things going on? Why are you choosing to show up each day, and what steps can you actually take to make each day a little bit easier?
Yeah, I love that. And one of my favorite questions sometimes that I journal on is like, how can I make, and then insert goal, easier for tomorrow? And that gives you focus on what I can do today. And something else that when it comes to your purpose, and your why, what if somebody's like, I don't know. I mean, I want to have a business. I want to coach people. I want to help people, but it's not going to carry them through. So any tips for getting clear on what your why is?
Yes, a few things. I think when I'm doing work with purpose, the thing that always just kind of hits a chord for me and helps me to define that for myself is, what would you want someone to say at your funeral? What would be that passage that people are reading about who you were as a purpose and what your life meant? Because I think that really puts it into the grand perspective of what's really important. And also I find that kind of helps with some of those day-to-day overwhelms that come up, because you kind of get perspective on what's really important to you, and you kind of recenter yourself back to your purpose in that way. And another thing to do is the Ikigai exercise, which is a really popular one, which is really helpful. And that's asking yourself 4 questions. What am I really good at? What can I get paid for? What does the world need? And what's the other one? It's slipping from my mind right now. But those are three good ones to start off there. What am I really good at? What can I get paid for? And what does the world actually need right now? When you do some journaling on that, because like you said, journaling is a great tool, you start to see some correlations, and that can help you if you're unsure on your purpose as well, especially if you're kind of unsure of how to turn your purpose into a career that you can monetize.
Yeah, for sure. And I love that you shared the 3 questions, because it isn't just what do I feel like doing, because there's a difference between having a business that you're counting on to provide for you for every single need you have. You're providing for it for fun, you're providing for it for passion, you need it to provide for you money wise, you need it. And to me, I'm like, it doesn't have to be that. You have your feelings you want in your life. And when you're putting the pressure on your business to give you all of your needs, that's when it becomes not fun. That's when it becomes a problem, right? So I like how with the purpose question, you're not just going with, well, what do you love to do? Because not everybody is going to, and there's ways to go beyond your ideas about your purpose, and really see that there's more meaning behind what you're coming up with. So for example, I love helping entrepreneurs not have to do, I think we move better, we move faster and better when we have a team around us, when we have support, and when we have somebody helping us take off of our hands what we might not be the best at and help them be able to, like I like to help coaches be able to serve their clients better and do what they're actually really good at with my marketing services, and then they don't have to do that stuff. But you know, at the same time, I also, in a bigger picture, I want to help the world become a more personal development driven, you know, healthier, because I work with a lot of health coaches, place. And I do that by helping these coaches carry out their messages. And it's way more powerful than me just coaching on health or personal development or whatever, to help these coaches grow their business and have a big impact. So I think when it comes to your why, you can kind of go deeper with it than probably what you thought of before, where it's like, I just want to help people, or I just, you know, ask yourself why to get to that bottom line, right? Now, when it comes to, I know another big thing when I talk to coaches and consultants that they struggle with is they say, okay, I'm overwhelmed and I feel like I'm not good enough, or I feel like I'm not saying anything new here, or I'm maybe, you know, I don't know what makes me unique. So how does, when you have that not enough kind of vibe, what do you tell your clients to start working through that?
I think a big part of what I do is very centered around empowerment. So I think, like what you were describing there to me, it really is that lack of empowerment, isn't it, within yourself? So I think for me, I've found that doing that purpose work and really connecting deep into there and finding a route that works for you, like you said, which might be more creative than you would have imagined. But when you really like anchored into that purpose, there's a lot more empowerment in there, I would say. And then from there, you know your purpose, but then maybe you're still feeling, like you said, but can I, like, am I going to really be able to fulfill this? Am I going to be good enough to do this? Like, is there not already people that are doing this better than me? And for me, obviously, as a manifestation coach, I really lean into my spirituality very heavily on a day-to-day basis. So to my view on that is that you wouldn't be here right now if you didn't have something to offer. You wouldn't have that desire within you if you weren't meant to have that desire. It's there for a reason, and the only way to kind of to move through that, to find out if it's going to be something that works amazingly or something that fails amazingly, is to move through it. You're not going to know if you don't take the action and try it anyway. And there is no failure really, because you're going to learn and grow. Who knows where you're going to be in 5 years, in 10 years? You can't predict that. So there's no use trying to figure out, oh, will I be successful in this, will I hit that goal, will I be able to do that? We're never going to know until you try it out. So just follow your passion, and enjoy that. Again, come back to that present moment, enjoy what you're doing, and we'll see where it leads you.
Right. Yeah, knowing that you're already enough, you already you know, are a human being who's had life experiences and who is worthy. We all are born with that, right? It's not like, you know, we question if a new baby is like, well, what do we like this one? Do we not? But if you knew that, what would you do? If you knew you were worthy, if you knew you were enough, if you knew that, yeah, you might fail, but you don't need to make it mean anything about you and if you're enough or not, what would you do? And what would you be doing different? So I like the way that you explain that. And how can people be connecting with you to talk more about manifesting and more about these mindset things? Because obviously we are doing a power session today, but I'd love to share where they can find you.
Yes, absolutely. So you can find me over on Instagram, which is Minnie Courtney. And you can also find me, I do a lot of content on TikTok, which is at Manifest with Minnie. So yeah,
cool.
I am open to any DMs if you know you are struggling with any of these issues and mindsets, which kind of can sometimes hold us back from implementing all the amazing strategies that are out there, then yeah, drop me a DM and I'll be happy to support you.
Very good. Well, thank you so much for coming, and thanks everybody for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. This will be on the Health Coach Nation podcast in the future, and I'll be coming out with a free case study class teaching you how to get clear on your case study and rock it in your marketing very soon. So if you want to join me for that, just DM me case study class. All right. Talk to you soon. Thanks, Minnie.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. And if you liked it and want to reserve your very own free sales audit, go to haileyrowe.com/strategy-call to book your very own free sales audit. On the call, we'll talk more about the common concerns you get from your ideal clients, how to overcome those concerns, how to coach through objections, how to change your mindset around sales, and improve your sales process so you can be closing and converting more clients. I can't wait to connect with you, and go to haileyrowe.com/strategy-call to take the first step. Thanks so much. Have a good day.